Hello everybody, my name's Llama Joe and welcome to my channel. Alright, we are back with the letter. Okay, let's just get into this because I'm trying to tear through it. I'm trying to finish this game so bad. This is part 75, by the way. Part 75, that's crazy. Oh, so, okay, well I said it's probably not going to be as long, but I wonder if maybe they're tearing through these days to get to November 1st. And then that way, then they all seven of them will work together to try and beat the curse. You'll figure out what the curse is. You'll figure. I wonder. I don't know. I hate that I have to be Luke during all of that though. Ugh. I was kind of hoping maybe like they would have got to that point with Luke. They would have had a little interaction, and then they would have had like a chapter 8 where it would have been like you would have been bouncing back and forth, being all of them. But oh well. Really little sleep was had, and I feel completely drained come morning. Even when Hannah rises from bed in spite of a mild fever and invites me down to breakfast, I can't be bothered to drag myself out from the comfort of the sheets. It's not like I need to do something particularly important today. The rain that has started sometime during the night doesn't help the mood. Okay, maybe it helps just a little. The strange sunny weather has been nice and all, but to return as it should be feels like a good sign of things to come. Perhaps things will settle back to normal and the crazy drama that has gone on will lately die down. The rhythmic pitter-patter of the rain fills the early morning silence with a steady beat. Thank goodness I don't have to be anywhere in a hurry today. I would hate to be caught unaware in this rain. With how it looks outside, it seems that the weather is making up for all the sunny days it has given us with good old-fashioned downpour. It does let up with a quarter of an hour. However, a day beginning with cloudbursts like this, locals usually take it as an immediate sign. Luxburn's abysmal weather is back, likely for good. I hope they did a damn good job of fixing this place, because I'd rather not have to deal with leaky roofs. Though Hannah might find humor in it and perhaps ask me to sing in the rain to wear out my anger, I don't like the idea that the realty did a horrid patch job at the place. Well, Hannah technically paid millions for this place. It better live up to the price the realty company sold it for. Not that it's something she should be fretting about at the moment when her health's not at its best. Like, why do they still have the portrait of the old mistress? It's kind of weird. Hannah's going to be brought to the hospital for a checkup today, and if anything, I prefer that she focus on getting better. That fever, no matter how slight it is, can't be good for unborn children after all. Perhaps a proper rest is all she needs, but I'd rather not assume things. I'm a businessman, not a doctor. Wonder of wonders why I even bother agreeing to babysitting that dude at that. But here I am, scheduled as today's babysitter for Suarez's brat once her father drops her off at the mansion steps. Oh, that is a worry for much, much later. If I wish to, I can ask that anybody bother me while I doze off in a cocoon of comforters. But as always, somebody has to be a buzzkill.
Are you really going to stay in bed all day?
What do you want? It's far too early to deal with your nosiness.
You must have been really rattled by what happened yesterday. If you need to talk about it, I am quite qualified in that regard.
And you aren't even the slightest bit bothered? Truly? Not even the slightest bit worried?
I was worried. But I realized that it's not my life in danger, is it?
Oh, that's hilarious.
My worrying will not help matters. Neither will yours.
Loath as I am to admit it, he is right. The whole thing might have rattled me, but there's a little point in jumping at every shadow I see from the corner of my eye. I shouldn't lose my head for a threat that might not even come. I should know better by now. But I've never been this worried about a possible threat to my life before. I'll be honest here. If anyone is in danger, it's Hannah. I can take care of myself just fine. With security tightened, I'll have at least one guard, if not 5, making sure nobody gets within 10 feet from me without my say-so. Hannah, on the other hand, is pregnant and will be away for most of the day. It is a small relief that Johannes will be with her.
Are there any updates about the woman?
Being in the dark has me on edge. Information, any at all, may very well help me in calming down.
I've already briefed security about her, and more from the agency will be arriving tonight.
That's why they have
But they haven't seen anyone fitting the description.
So you have nothing then? Fat lot of use you guys are. What do I even pay you for? Do me a favor. There's the door. Don't let it hit you on your way out.
Well, there is something. It's about McCulloch.
Can anyone blame me if I show the tiniest bit of interest? She's still not done with the house, and she's a nice enough woman. Plans to go back to sleep again.
I called her secretary about taking the day off. He hasn't heard from her over the weekend.
She's probably passed out after enjoying a pint or two or 10 in a bar somewhere. She's an adult. It was the weekend. She's allowed to disappear and not think about work. Fuck. I wish I was passed out after a night of drinking. He does know that mobiles are a thing.
That's all well and good, but she's not answering her mobile either. Mr. Parker will be filling a missing persons case with the police if she doesn't turn up today.
Certainly, someone must know where she is. Tabs are kept without fail on people who come to work with me. Background checks and constant surveillance until they finish their contracts with the rights. Some would say that it's all a bit over the top. But I can't be too safe. Too many want me dead.
What about one of ours? Has anyone seen her? She's pretty hard to miss with how tall the woman is.
The last anyone has seen of her was here, the morning of the party. Your housewarming party.
That isn't good.
It wouldn't do for the police to hear of this and to suspect.
It's of little important that I can easily prove my innocence. It's all a matter of principle. Because even the accusation of misdemeanor should not stain my reputation, although maybe it is a bit too late to hope for a squeaky clean one. Besides, it'll be such a hassle to have police poking about the house looking for a body that doesn't exist.
Now, if we're done here,
Don't be too
I'd
sure.
like to go back to sleep and...
Well, there goes any plans of grabbing some shut-eye. Rolling over on my stomach, I can only scream into my pillow.
Of course, of course. Ugh. Johannes, distract her.
Oh, look, it's time for me to go. Have fun with your little play date. So long, farewell, and auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye.
No, Johannes, don't you turn away from me. Keep her busy for an hour. Come on!
I have to press my face against the pillow once more to suppress a groan. You just can't get loyal help anymore.
Hello there, little Fraulein. Your uncle is just upstairs and will be down in a moment. He is super excited to have you today. I hope you're well rested and ready to play a lot.
That bastard. I'll be down in a sec, Munchkin. Let me just...
Change into a fresh shirt, brush my teeth, fix my hair, bemoan my very existence. Wish I was someone else in the world right now. Don't get me wrong, Kylie is a great kid. Wonderful. Better than most brats her age. But handling a tyke is the last thing I want on my agenda right now with this whole Hana business. Fortunately, I'm well versed in how the world works. I've learned that the show must go on no matter what hurdles come in my way. So I set to preparing for the day. Running a comb through my hair is just divine and simply makes me feel more human. Bed hair is disgusting, though. It isn't as bad now as it was when I was a child. With how expensive a trip to the barber's was, I often had to grow it out until Mother had the time to cut it for me. The curls and tangles are simply horrid. Why, I was even mistaken as a little girl because of that. It certainly doesn't help that I was named Lucille. A freshly pressed shirt isn't enough to chase away the last signs of sleepiness. A feel of crisp and clean cloth in my hands is a clear marker to the start of the day. Smoothing down my suit and my hair with a sigh, I steel myself for the horrors. The horrors that come with taking care of a child.
Good morning to you, Luke.
Speak of the devil and she'll appear. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, Kylie grins up at me as soon as I open the bedroom door. She swings the backpack she's clutching, hitting my leg in a show of impatience, looking entirely unapologetic for
Did
it.
you just wake up? Oh, tell me you forgot. It's our play date today.
I doubt I'd forget. Kylie visits are frequent enough thing that they've found a way into my schedule. They're supposed to be visits to her godmother. But we can't pick who the child gets along with, so as long as I'm not busy, her father can drop her off for the day. Which is all well and good for me if it makes Suarez focus on work I've given him. Besides, she's a bright child, tolerable. Kid's got a good head on her shoulders and get pretty mature for her age at times. Of course, they have to thank me for that. Her parents can take partial credit, but Hannah and I have been there for this kid since she was just a small babe. Well, I can still remember the first time I saw her. It was during her baptism. The only reason I was there was to accompany Hannah, who was to be named godmother. She was such a tiny thing, not even a year old, and swallowed in her mother's arms in white cloth. It was the first time I really saw an infant up close. Close enough to hold one, at least. It had been terrifying to be given a little child to carry after the whole water ceremony. I've never done so before that, to hold a tiny life in my arms. I could have just dropped her on her head and this little tyke before me would have stopped existing then and there. Oh, gosh. But the child just smiled at me, babbling nonsensical words as children do, and clinging to me even though I tried to hand her off to Hannah. She had thought it hilarious and adorable. My suit had been a mess, and I was nearly an anxious wreck by the time I handed it back to her mother. Yet, it was pleasant, too. To think. I think I might be doing it again soon with Hannah's children, with our children. Kids of my own flesh and blood. In a few months' time, I'll be cradling them in my arms, hearing the rings of their laughter against my ears. It's a tender thing to think about, and despite myself, in spite of all the fears that I would never be good enough for them, I'm actually looking forward to it.
Of course I didn't, you little rugrat. I just had to take care of something before you arrived.
Really? Well, I guess that's fine. As long as he told me for work like last time.
Really? Now why don't we go back down and have breakfast in the parlor?
I already ate at home. Papa made one of his tortilla de patatas. He wouldn't let me leave until I finished every bite.
Ah, the Suarez's infant tortilla de patatas. Those things are a hazard. You can probably use one to bludgeon someone into submission with how huge they are. It's a miracle Kylie can still be so energetic. I had trouble staying awake the first time I had one. Speaking of staying
Well,
awake.
I need some coffee in me at the very least. But if you'd like, you can jump straight to dessert.
Yes, dessert, please.
It's easy enough to manage, Kylie, with the promise of sweets, thankfully. Yep, I'm gonna stop it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. And we'll do the best I can. I'll do the best I can. Why did I say we this time? Oh no, the curse has got me. I'll do the best I can to make it right. And I'll get help. Please, please help me. I'll catch you guys later. Oh no. It's thrown me off. I don't have control anymore. What's happening? Oh no. I have to go. Bye.